EMC and EMI Training for Aerospace. EMC stands for Electromagnetic Capability and Electromagnetic Interference for EMI. EMI Training for Aerospace will assist the participants with developing and construct EMI consistence frameworks that streamlines your framework's execution and dependability. Electromagnetic Interference, EMI, Electromagnetic Capability, EMC, for Aerospace Training Course will assist you with costing successfully recognize EMI issues right off the bat in your item advancement cycle. EMI Training for Aerospace ought to likewise assist you with capacity of investigating your plan on the off chance that you have consistence issues, for example, protecting, sifting, holding and establishing systems, and related materials. Figure out how to set up interface and related confirmation prerequisites for the control of the electromagnetic impedance, EMI, emission and defenselessness attributes of electronic, electrical, and electromechanical hardware and subsystems planned or acquired for use by aerospace exercises and organizations, including things that have the accompanying highlights: electronic fenced-in areas, gear racks, electrical interconnections that are discrete wiring tackles amongst walled-in areas, and electrical power input got from prime power sources. EMC testing, emissions and immunity, to a variety of standards including ANSI C63.4, Belcore GR 1089 Core, NUBS. EMC Directive for Europe includes EN 61000 series and EN 550XX series of tests. EPRI TR 102323. FCC Part 2, 15. FCC Part 18 Electromagnetic Tests and Certification. FCC Part 68, Analog Systems. Magnetic Field Interactions MIL-E 16400. MIL-STD-461-462. NASA Specification MSFC Spec 521. CJ1211. CJ551/J1113. TIA 631. U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission Guide 1.180. VCCI Japan. Topics covered: EMC/EMI Applied. Measurement tolerances. General EMC/EMI tests for aerospace. MIL-STD-461F Applied. EMC/EMI Applied. Aviation standards. Principles of aerospace shielding and testing. Radiated immunity testing. Radiated emissions. Electromagnetic emissions, compatibility. EMC radiated immunity, susceptibility. Bulk current injection. Conducted immunity, susceptibility. Conducted emissions. Multiple stroke, multiple burst lightning. Induced lightning testing. Immunity testing. EMI suppression components. Shielding effectiveness on enclosures. Magnetic susceptibility testing. SWR measurement and insertion loss. RTCA/DO160E/F. MIL-STD-461E. Eurocode 14E. UK Ministry of Defence Testing, Def Stan 5941. MIL-STD-461. Measurement tolerances. Shielded enclosures. Radio frequency, RF, absorber material. Ambient electromagnetic level. Ground plane. Metallic ground plane. Composite ground plane. Power source impedance. General EMC/EMI tests for aerospace. Accessory equipment. Excess personnel and equipment. Overload precautions. RF hazards and shock hazard. Shock and vibration isolators. Safety grounds. Interconnecting leads and cables. Input, primary, power leads. Electrical and mechanical interfaces. Operating frequencies for tunable RF equipment. Operating frequencies for spread spectrum equipment. Susceptibility monitoring. Detector. Computer-controlled instrumentation. Emission testing. Bandwidths. Emission identification. Frequency scanning. Emission data presentation and susceptibility testing. frequency scanning and modulation of susceptibility signals. Thresholds of susceptibility and calibration of measuring equipment. Measurement system test and antenna factors. MIL-STD-461F Applied. EMI control requirements versus intended installations. Emission and susceptibility requirements, limits, and test procedures. CE 101, conducted emissions, power leads, 30 Hz to 10 kHz. CE 102, conducted emissions, power leads, 10 kHz to 10 MHz. CE 106, conducted emissions, antenna terminal, 10 kHz to 40 GHz. CS 101, conducted susceptibility, power leads, 30 Hz to 150 kHz. CS 103, conducted susceptibility, antenna port, intermodulation, 15 kHz to. CS 104, conducted susceptibility, antenna port, rejection of undesired signals. CS 105, conducted susceptibility, antenna port, cross-modulation, 30 Hz to. CS 106, conducted susceptibility, transients, power leads. CS 109, conducted susceptibility, structure current, 60 Hz to 100 kHz. CS 114, conducted susceptibility, bulk cable injection, 10 kHz to 200 MHz. CS 115, conducted susceptibility, bulk cable injection, impulse excitation. CS 116, conducted susceptibility, damped sinusoidal transients, cables and power leads, 10 kHz to 100 MHz. RE 101, radiated emissions, magnetic field, 30 Hz to 100 kHz. RE 102, radiated emissions, electric field, 10 kHz to 18 GHz. RE 103, radiated emissions, antenna spurious and harmonic outputs, 10 kHz to 40 GHz. RS 101, radiated susceptibility, magnetic field, 30 Hz to 100 kHz. RS 103, radiated susceptibility, electric field, 2 MHz to 40 GHz. RS 105, radiated susceptibility, transient electromagnetic field. Learn more about EMC EMI training for aerospace. Visit TONEX website, links below.